BVO, Baron von Opperbean, with Marvin Stockwell and Kathryn Hicks.
My name is Marvin Stockwell, and I am one of the co-founders and chief communications officer of Baron von Opperbean and the River of Time. We are building an immersive experience inside the old Mississippi River Museum at Mud Island in downtown Memphis.
And I'm Kathryn Hicks, the co-founder or chief of games and technology of BVO.
So do you remember when all it took was your imagination to be transported to another world? Maybe it was you're playing in the backyard and you find a stick and it becomes a sword that you wield, right? Or maybe it's you and some friends who you work with to build a fort from things that you find. Or maybe it was the first time that you saw Star Wars and you were just a different person afterward. Or maybe it was that roller coaster that you finally summoned the courage to go on, or something else. Like,
yeah, or even if you're playing The Floor is Lava, but you let your imagination run wild.
It's like, that's what it means to be a kid. It's to let your imagination run wild. Well, we have a problem, and that is that in Memphis, we're at least 5 hours away from meaningful family entertainment. It's not that family entertainment doesn't exist in Memphis. We just don't have enough of it. And we don't have enough on a grand scale. You'd have to drive at least 5 hours north to St. Louis to go to the City Museum. And we don't think it should be that way. We think that Memphis needs more family-friendly entertainment. And we think that Memphis is ripe for an immersive experience. Because we're going to turn this into this. In 2020, Christopher Reyes, our chief visionary officer, did Quadrant 360, which was the first iteration of Baron von Opperbean, and it sold 4,000 tickets in 2 days, and people came from 8 states to go to it on no advertising. So it was it's
all social media advertisement.
All social media. So we know that Memphis is ripe for, they desire an immersive experience. My own son, like as I'm looking at these pictures, I'm thinking of Cormac running and jumping and going down the slide and exploring the moto crawler and punching all the buttons and, interacting with Louise. It was a fantastical place for us to go as a family with friends, but that's not the only thing that gives us confidence.
We're also currently in a booming industry. We're in what's called the immersive experience industry. It's currently, as of this year, worth $148 billion, which is expected to grow to $809 billion by 2033, led largely by Meow Wolf, which in year 3 made over $15 million and completely changed New Mexico's travel economy. And there's several other large companies that are hopping into this industry, such as Disney, Universal, Netflix, Harry Potter, and so much more.
So when you get to Mud Island and you arrive at Baron von Opperbean in the River of Time, you're confronted with this portal. And once you walk through the portal, you enter into a different world, a world that you have to investigate. You get a wristband, you have to solve puzzles. You have to, first you have to figure out what it is you're supposed to figure out. It is a 33,000 square foot space with not one, but two
big boats, not small boats, little big boats.
The former site of the Mississippi River Museum has 2 full-size boat replicas inside it that we're going to transform into multiverse traveling boats, y'all. But it's an experience. It's not a story that you watch or like a movie that you take in. It's an adventure that you live.
Yeah, and you won't be needing a headset, you won't be needing a phone, you'll be physically engaging into this space. As you walk into the portal, you're introduced to Louise, our proprietary AI agent. She's our operating system in the world. She's not a static museum piece. She's fully interactive. She remembers who you are. You'll get a wristband, which we're calling your passport, and you'll use that to engage with Louise and have 18 different opportunities to interact with her because we have 18 different worlds you can explore.
It's a lot. And Louise wants you to succeed. Louise is your benevolent guide to the multiverse.
As you approach Louise with your wristband, or your passport, if you will. You'll connect to Louise. She'll say, hello, so-and-so's name. You can ask Louise questions. If you are stuck in an area, you can ask her how to get there. She's a waypointing guide. She can help you with clues and as a safe point and seeing inventory as well. But she's a fully interactive character with a holographic projection inside of her. What under the hood of Louise is we're using Unity as our real-time game engine. We're also using Unity for our internal digital twin using World Builder, which is a Unity-built app. We'll be able to dynamically change out digital content every day. And we're using Unreal Engine as well for pre-rendered content. So if you're familiar with large film productions that have worked on Superman, Mandalorian, and so much more, we'll be using that content to build out this experience on top of using RFID-enabled wristbands, which we're calling passports. Everyone will have that keeps track of items, score, gamification, and so on. We'll use TVs, LCD monitors, and Voxon will be our 3D holographic display, which you see on that image on the top left at main hero stations. We'll also be using spatial audio or Dolby Atmos audio.
And the great thing about digital content is we can switch it out more readily. So in addition to the kind of physical set pieces, the digital set pieces, we can change out almost like daily.
Oh yeah, we're going to change things out daily. Every day will be a new adventure. It's an ever-changing, living, breathing multiverse.
And that'll keep folks coming back. So we talked a bit about our Quadrant 360 giving us confidence because we've done this before. We've sold all these tickets before. We know that we're entering into an industry that is booming. And lots of bigger players are entering the fray. That's really the confidence that's behind these financial projections, which we think are conservative. We think that by year 5, we will be earning $28 million of revenue.
We're confident that we'll earn those types of revenues.
Oh yeah. And on top of us, the founding team and Ruben, we have an amazing team that have worked for Disney, Apple, Netflix, St. Jude, HBO, Snapchat, and so much more. And guess what? I want you to know is we're doing this here in Memphis.
It's a Memphis project, and we've got lots of locals, but we've got some really key outsiders. And I'm not sure who's more excited about. Lots of locals know and love Mud Island. But even people who aren't all that familiar with Mud Island, when we describe what it is, they're just like, let me get this straight. Y'all are on an island in your downtown and you're doing what? So it's pretty exciting. You can kind of tell we love our jobs, right?
Yes, it's an adventure.
Yeah. So, investments do involve risk, but we are confident that a $100,000 investment today, 5 years from now, will be worth $700,000. So that's a 7X on your investment. So heretofore, we've raised about $250,000, largely on the strength of our WeFunder crowd investing campaign. And if anybody out there invested in us through our WeFunder campaign, thank you. It's the reason we're standing here. And it's the reason we've been able to build out BVO as far as we have. But we're currently raising in this current round $1 million, and we plan to open early next year. And we'll be developing BVO in phases, but right now we're focused on raising that $1 million.
Yeah, and it's an 8,000 square foot phase 1. That's 4 times bigger than BVO 1.
Right, because we got to bring that child in all of us back out.
Yeah.
And say, it's time to play.
So yeah, we're excited to have people come on in this adventure and creating their own stories. So if you have any questions, let us know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. In fact, I always like to hat tip to Mayor Young. Mayor Young was the first person to say, have you guys considered Mud Island? Mayor Young has been out. We've had members of our city council out and our county commission. And we're currently working with the city and our landlords, Memphis River Parks Partnership, about some fixes to our roof and to our elevators, et cetera. So across the board, and we've had some sponsorship funding from Memphis Tourism, some grants from the Downtown Memphis Commission. So a lot of the institutional forces of the city are really getting behind us, because I think the wider implication here is we think we'll be the catalytic project that helps all of Mud Island come back. Thank you. Anybody else?
I got a question. Right here. Yeah, right here. Is it gonna be like ecological, eco-friendly, and what kind of jobs?
So yes, big job. We're using a multiverse of talent. Yes, we're using recycled reclaimed materials to build the physical set pieces. So I think in that portal, it was all made out of recycled reclaimed materials.
Yeah, and I believe it was, correct me if I get this wrong, but a $66.2 million economic impact, our friends at the Chamber estimated, that'll make on the local economy. That's the other really important thing is like, if this is going to be a boost to downtown, it'll be a boost to all of Memphis. But to your ecological question, absolutely. We are repurposing, first and foremost, the building itself. I mean, the building's already built, but there were a lot of leftover supplies in there, and lots of people have donated all sorts of really interesting, useful materials. Anybody else?
I had one question. Are you currently open, and can I go this weekend?
Unfortunately, no. We're going to be opening early next year. Yeah.
But we can't wait to have you all here.
Can't wait.
Cool. Okay.
And for those who want to come visit, if you're interested in investing, or if you're just really interested in, especially if you're local, happy to walk you through and show you our progress as it exists right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.